Hey everyone, welcome to the Wreath Workshop. I am Ashley Greenwood with 3 Little Greenwoods Creations, and today we're going to be making I think, pretty easy Christmas centerpiece. So come on in and let me know where you are watching from. If you are watching right now, you're probably watching the replay on Facebook. So please type in hashtag replay and let me know where you're watching from. So today we are going to make a centerpiece for my dining room table. We have Christmas dinner at my house, and it's a sad state of affairs on my dining room table, so we are going to make a centerpiece together. Now, let me show you my inspiration. Several years ago, my mother gave me Christmas dishes, which I love. I love my Christmas dishes. They are really kind of heavy. They have beautiful birds on them and a beautiful pattern. This pattern is from Lennox. It's Winter Greetings Every Day. So it's a heavy kind. It's not like the fine china. Good morning, good afternoon, Ladybug. Welcome. Here's one of the dinner plates. So you can see it's got really muted colors and lots of patterns. I love the little berries, and the ribbons are so pretty. And here's the salad, one of the salad plates that go with it. So we are going to be making a Christmas centerpiece for my Christmas table based on these 2 plates. So let's get started. Do you love my hat? Hobby Lobby, isn't that so cute? Oh my gosh. Today is definitely a hat day, like seriously. So let's get started with what we've got. I just went in my warehouse room, which is really the room over the garage. Used to be my children's playroom. I totally stole it from them. And I just grabbed a whole bunch of picks and stems and berries and ribbons. So let's go through what I've got. I have these 2 stems. These came from Walmart last year. I really like the texture. They look very lacy. Love the berries and the pine cones. Looks like I grabbed 4 of them in my rush. I have these stems. Okay, I got 2 of these. These really coordinate with the plate. See the shape of the leaves and the berries. The colors really coordinate, so I like these. These came from Sims Pottery, which is one of my favorite places to shop. I have a list of 10 places where you can shop for ribbon and wreath supplies where you do not have to have a resale license. So go check that out. So I have 2 of those. Put these over here. I don't know what I'm going to use. I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff. I have some poinsettias from Hobby Lobby. They came shipped like this. When you order things from Hobby Lobby, they come shipped really flat. So you just have to give them a little bit of love. I'm going to open that up. So this is a small poinsettia, unlike this beauty. Isn't that gorgeous? It's way too big for my arrangement, but I really like it. So we're going to be going with this one. I have 2 of those. I've got some pretty sparkly Christmas balls on stems. I love these things. I've used these a lot. And then I grabbed 2 pieces. One of these I'm going to use as a base. So I'm going to start with one of these just to create my foundation, and then we're going to be zip tying a whole bunch of stuff together. So let's decide which one I'm going to use as a base first. I really like this one. I love the long leaf of pine. This came from Carolina Pottery. I think it's a really pretty color. I might use this one, I'm not sure. And then I have this one from Hobby Lobby. So let's talk about this one. It is really big. It's got a lot on it. I don't really care for this greenery, but I'm not sure I'm going to be able, you may not even see it. Let's just try it out. So this came from Hobby Lobby. It was $6. That's not bad at all. So what is everyone working on today? I have been getting out orders I just zeroed out my orders. If you are an Etsy shop owner or a small business person, feel my joy. I just zeroed out my orders. Yes. Oh, we don't want that anyway. So I'm trying to decide which one would be the best for the foundation. And I think I'm going to go with this one. Here's why. You really aren't going to see a whole lot of the foundation. This has a lot more pieces for my things to stick to. And I love this, but it is a little too sparse to use as a foundation. You chose to rest today. You go, girl. I'm going to rest tomorrow. Actually, I'm going to do housework because my house is a scream. So here is how it is coming. I am going to make a centerpiece with it. So a centerpiece is going to be flat on the bottom, and I want to have my greenery going off both sides. So what I'm going to do is pull some of this going down to create a swag shape. Just super simple. Let's just pull some pieces going down like this. Kind of even everything out so it's relatively even. Now, this is a big stem right here, and my little wire cutters are not going to cut it. So I'm going to need to get out my big dogs. Let me turn my hot glue skillet on first. My hot glue skillet is just a small electric skillet that I melt hot glue sticks in, Gorilla Glue hot glue sticks. And I dip all of my florals in there. So these are heavy duty wire bolt cutters like the burglars would use when you watch TV. This is what I have been using to cut my really strong and thick stems, but I have an order coming from Damon at Deco Exchange, and it is one of the big stem cutters. Merry Christmas to me. I cannot wait to get it. So instead of having to use that, it's just like, it's like a guillotine, like, and it cuts the rest of it off. I'm super excited. I know I'm going to put it to good use. So this is how much I cut off. I'm just going to throw this away. I'm not keeping this nub. Do you guys want me to show you my stem cutter when it comes in? I think it's supposed to be today. I'm still waiting on some ribbon to come in from Fifth Street Studios. That hasn't come yet either, but I'm waiting. Here is our base. Okay, we turned one stem into like a swag base. I'm going to leave this center. My plan is to layer up some greenery, put a bow in the middle, kind of a small bow, a simple bow, and then put some other picks on either end along with the poinsettias that I've got. So let's see what we got. I don't know if I'm going to use these or not, but they are so pretty. This came from Hobby Lobby. Here is a question. You guys, I love asking you questions because you always talk to me. When you watch wreath makers, do you like knowing that all of their supplies have come from Hobby Lobby or Michael's, someplace that you're familiar shopping at? Or do you like to find places that are unique and have things that you won't be able to find at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's? Let me know, because I'm always so curious about that. So we have some stems. These are really pretty. These came from Sim's Pottery. Just going to lay them down and see if I like them. You like both? I kind of thought you guys would say that. What's everyone else's opinion? Because, you know, I love to do tutorials for you guys. And when I'm doing tutorials, I like to give you links for where you can buy things. So where would you rather buy things from? Kind of like both. Got to go to Hobby Lobby a lot, but you like the unique shops as well. Both. Okay, good. Y'all making me happy. Awesome. All right, here we go. Here are my two stems. One going this way, one going the other way. I'm just kind of feeling it out. and seeing if I like it. Yeah. Okay. So that's one option. But I really kind of like these as well. These came from Walmart. Walmart's kind of stepped up their game with a whole lot of stuff. I kind of like shopping for clothes at Walmart now. I go into Walmart after I drop my children off at school in the morning when there's nobody in there. And it's a wonderful thing. You would rather shop at Amazon. Okay, that's good to know. So look how big I made this. So we can lay this here. I'm just trying things out, guys, okay? I want you to, like, go shop your own stuff, first of all. You don't have to run out to Hobby Lobby or Michael's to buy all kinds of things. See what you have. That's what I did. And play with what you've got. Bring in several things so you can just see what it looks like together. You see how I'm bending this up like that? Okay, you really got to bend things up and out. I like that. I'm gonna go with it. And I might even get crazy and add that on top. Okay, so let's take our berry sprigs away. This came from Carolina Pottery, which is a southeastern company. You can shop online with them, but if you are in the South, go to their store and see what you can find. I always put my tags in a little cup. That way when I'm finished, I know how much I've spent, how much product I've put in there, and then I can come up with the price of what I've got. Now, I am not in love with these little pine cones right here. Where? Oh, here they are. Whew. I couldn't find them. I'm going to cut off the pine cones. And I think I'm just going to throw them away. So I'm going to do with this exactly what I did with the other. I'm going to make it into a longer piece, but I got to get rid of this stem. So let's use my burglar bolt cutters and cut this off. Damon and Parker are sending me my new stem cutter that I got a couple weeks ago. Anybody else have a stem cutter? Do you love it? Oh my gosh. That was the plate. I can make cute ornaments from the pine cones. I probably could, you're right. I might dig them out later. You never know. So here's what we have now. Remember, I'm going to make it long. It's looking a little scraggly, but that's okay. Piece number 1. Piece number 2. Let's make sure it's even. Oh, that's looking a lot better. You have these huge bolt cutters and you love them? Yeah, I have loved them. They're kind of hard for me to use though. They're really heavy, I have to admit. So we have cheap, inexpensive piece from Hobby Lobby on the bottom. We have a white pine spray on the top of that that came from Carolina Pottery. Let's add these Walmart picks. These were $3.98 last year at the Walmart. I want you to see how I've fluffed them up. Let me put them in my little cup right there. I'm looking for my other tag. I think I threw it away. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just layering everything together, okay? Got to keep room for my bow in the middle. Just like that. I might cut these pine cones out too, okay? or I'll just leave them for right now. So I'm not gluing anything yet, okay? I am simply just layering this piece together. Here are my small poinsettias that I got from Hobby Lobby. They were $3.99. Everything at Hobby Lobby has been on sale for weeks. They are probably all gone. Gonna see how these look. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the pine cones. They're taking up too much space. And they are not making me happy. The teacher in me, all teachers are kind of hoarders, okay, just so you know. Because we never knew what we were going to need to teach with. I taught kindergarten and preschool for almost 20 years. And like we would like hoard things and keep things together. So the teacher in me really wants to keep these things, but I am not. All right, here's what we've got so far. Okay. Remember, this is going to be a centerpiece. It is going to be laying flat on my dining room table. Let me pull some of these cedar pieces up. Oh shoot, it's all tangling. There we go. Next, let's layer in the poinsettias. My plan is to zip tie all of this together. We're going to add a poinsettia here. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, so pretty. Here's my poinsettia. I purchased these from Hobby Lobby. I had them shipped to my home. This is how they come when you purchase things that are shipped. They were $3.99 a piece. Here's how you open up the poinsettia. You just start, I start at the bottom. And I just go around, give them a little bit of love, a lot of love. Make them open up so they look like a real poinsettia, as real as you can get with glitter all over them, right? There you go. Super cute. Now I'm going to give this a bend because I want it to pop off of my arrangement. And just place it on the other side. Ooh, this is looking really cute. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's zip tie it all together. Now the best thing about zip ties is if you zip tie it together and you think, ugh, I really don't like that, just cut the zip ties off. Okay, it does not have to be complicated. Just, oh, let's put that in my mouth. Just cut the zip ties off. And you can start over, okay? So I am finding the middle of all of this, and I'm simply going to try to get a hold of it and zip tie it. These are 8-inch zip ties. Let's hope they go around all of this stuff. Hello, Tammy. Swags don't get enough love. I know. And you can turn swags into centerpieces, which is what I'm doing. Let me find that zip tie. I'm having to do it with my hands, just by feeling. Okay, it's not all the way zip tied down, but it's good enough for right now. I'm going to spin it over. Where do I put all of my leftover items I don't use? I don't use like my supplies. They are in, so I've taken over 2 areas of our home. This is the guest bedroom. Actually 3 areas. This is the guest bedroom that I painted pink several years ago because I made it really pretty. And now it is where I do my lives, and it's where my work table is. The room right over there is the room over our garage. It used to be my children's playroom, but that is where I keep my supplies. That's where I keep all my ribbon racks and my containers filled with supplies. I have not had to move out of our home, you know, I don't have a warehouse space or anything like that yet. Never say never, right, people? Here we go. I'm not cutting them off quite yet, but I will. I've also started putting things in my college son's bedroom because he's not here, right? Okay, so let's see what's going on here. So next I'm going to take, here's what we have. Next I'm going to go through and I'm going to pull up pieces of greenery to give it some dimension. I'm going to pull up all of the pieces and make sure they are just evenly distributed. Got my pretty little longleaf pine right there. Let's pull this berry sprig out because you can't really see it on that side. I really like this longleaf pine. I believe that's what the name of it is. I could be wrong. Hey guys, thanks so much for following me. If you want to learn more about wreath making or artificial floral arrangements, I am your girl. And you can follow me here on TikTok. I'm going to angle you guys down just a little bit. If you have a friend, there we go. If you have a friend that you think would like to learn about this, you can share this video with them. That would be awesome. All right, so here's what we have so far. It is a pretty little centerpiece, but you know, we're not going to leave it alone because it totally needs a bow, right? This is for my dining room table. Okay, let's cut the zip ties. Make sure it's tightened really, really good. You just open it up to get into the middle. Guys, make sure you have good tools. This is a pair of wire cutters that I got from Home Depot. Don't waste your time with the cutesy little ones from Hobby Lobby. Get yourself some good stuff, okay? Ask Santa to put it in your Christmas stocking. These are like 10 bucks. Maybe not even that. Tighten that down just a little bit more. Now, you're going to notice that this is the bottom. This is what's going to go on my table. But I am not putting this on my grandmother's table without a tablecloth or a table runner or something underneath it. Because, yes, it will scratch your table. And nobody wants that. Okay, here we go. Let's make a bow. I'm going to set this aside. And here's our inspiration, in case you were just joining us and you don't know really what I'm doing. This is my Christmas china. Who out there has Christmas china? My mother gave me this several years ago. It is Lennox Winter Greetings Every Day. It's really heavy. It's not the fine china. It's the sturdier, hardier stuff. And I am pulling the colors of my arrangement out of here. Okay, so that's where it's coming from. So let's pull over the ribbons that I have that I got. Okay, here we go. Here's my ribbons. As always, I start with a focal ribbon. This is my focal ribbon. Isn't that so pretty? Let's turn it this way so you can see. It's just little bows with berries, got some silver, a little bit of silver in there. It's not really silver, it's like a pewter color. It's a very, very pretty bow. Then I really like the plaid. And then I got this cutesy little thing. This came from Hobby Lobby. It's in the gift section. We're going to see if it's good enough to work with, okay? I always make my bows on an Easy Bow Maker. You can find this in my Amazon storefront along with all of my other wreath making supplies. Glitter is everywhere. Oh my gosh, for real. So let's start with, let's see what we're going to start. Let's start with the 2.5 inch. Again, this is my focal ribbon. This is where I'm pulling all of my colors out of. So just find a ribbon, that you like, and get your colors from that, okay? All right, scissors. Here we go. Now this ribbon is going to go right here. So I'm going to make kind of a vertical ribbon, not really a round ribbon. And let's cut our tail. Let's do a dovetail. Just to make it extra fancy. And I'm going to do 8-inch tails. Just slide it in my Easy Bow Maker. And then twist my ribbon completely upside down so that the bottom is facing up. Let's do 6 inches. 6-inch loop, smush down that ribbon in the middle, give it a really hard twist. Another 6-inch loop. And let's do another 8-inch tail. There we go. Is that a better view, guys? I only have a little bit left of this. It's one of my favorite ribbons. To make a dovetail, you just fold everything over and you cut down to make the little dovetail. Next, I'm going to use my plaid. This is a 1.5 inch plaid. This ribbon came from, I'm pretty sure it came from Greenery Market, my friend Alana. She's having a big sale, guys. You should go check it out. Really pretty, 1.5 inch. I love the colors. I like the plaid because it is a print without being too crazy. Let's do an 8-inch tail. Twist it completely over. I'm going to do another 6-inch loop. Another 6-inch loop on that side and an 8-inch tail. Let's go ahead and dovetail it. So guys, do you decorate your dining room table for Christmas? Do you have a dining room table? Some people towards just a kitchen table, and that's totally fine. Our dining room table often just becomes a drop zone, especially I'm the worst. I think I'm the worst one. So I have a layer of my fancy ribbon and then my plaid. I'm going to go back in with another layer of my fancy ribbon. Let's use this piece. But this time I'm going to make my loops and my tails shorter. Someone said, whoa, you dovetailed. Yeah, can you believe it? Hey, Kelly. I know, I'm trying to be fancy. Okay, let's slide this down in here. So my other tails were 8 inches. This one's only going to be about 6. Let's give it a hard twist. Let's make this loop about 5 inches. I'm just building a bow. About 5 inches over here. Now I only have this much left, so I'm just going to keep making loops until I can't make loops anymore. because I don't want to waste it and just throw it away. Here we go. Fold that over. Give it a dovetail. So I have 2 loops on one side for this layer and 1 loop on the other with 2 tails. I gotta go cut my ceiling fan on. This hot glue gun is hot. Hold on. Let me step over the dog, who always follows me wherever I go. Okay, so here's what we have. Let's layer it again. Let's put some more of this plaid in it. Maybe like a 5-inch tail. Notice I'm getting smaller as I go up. 4-inch loop. 4-inch loop over here. 5-inch tail. And now we're going to come in with our cute little gift wrap ribbon that I have never used before. So we're going to see how it works. So this is gift trim ribbon from the Hobby Lobby. It was $3.99. Pretty sure I got it last year. I think I got it on sale last year. Oh my gosh, y'all. Look. Look at this. It has... This has absolutely no wire whatsoever. Jeez Louise. So if I were to use this in here, it is so pretty, but it has absolutely nothing. Nothing. Some of it is thick enough where it is okay to use, and some of it is not. So we're just going to leave it like this. Oh, drat. I really wanted to use it. Okay, let's just use it and just see how awful it's going to be, because it is so sparkly. I'm going to make about 3-inch loops. We're just seeing how it goes. Oh, it's super slippery too. So some ribbon that looks like this from Hobby Lobby, it's really thick. And I'm able to make a pretty decent bow with it. But this is just like paper. So we're doing a little bit of an experiment with it. All right, that's enough of that. Let's cut this kind of long, just in case I think it looks pretty. It's so awful, but we're going to go with it. Bind wire. This is what I use to put behind my bows, or I could just use a pipe cleaner. I'm just going to use a pipe cleaner. I like to use bind wires when I'm making bows, like Christmas tree bows, because I don't know where my customers are going to put them, so I give them a long thing. Tammy says, the story of your life. The story of my life, seriously. I had high hopes. I think I had like 4 rolls of this stuff. 4 rolls. Here's my pipe cleaner. I'm going to slide it up under all this goodness till it's touching and rubbing up against these dowels. 8-inch zip tie. Let's put this up under here. Squeezing all of it down. Gonna tighten my zip tie. Oh, shoot. There we go. So this is what we have. Okay, you move my camera up so you guys can see me. Hello. Okay, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of this bow goodness out and finish off the bow. I'm gonna pull straight up. Set this aside. We don't need this anymore, I don't think. Kelly said it'll probably be fine since it's setting on a table and not hanging. That's the truth. Okay. This is going on a table. It's from my dining room table. Let's pull the zip tie to the back. Make sure it's in the middle of my bow. So here's what the back looks like. Got my pipe cleaner on each side and this right here. You can't make a bow like mine, Patricia. Do you have the free bow tutorial? I go much slower, step by step. I even have written instructions. Yes, there's a link in my bio. Thank you so much, Tammy, for helping me. All right, so here's what we got. Okay. I'm gonna give it a little fluffing, give it a little love. Maybe it won't be as bad as we think. It is pretty bad. Oh my goodness. Because I use a zip tie, I can really pull on this ribbon and these loops to make them go where I want them to go. All right, so you can see this is more of a vertical bow. It's not really a round bow. It's like an up and down kind of bow. And we're gonna place that in our little swag that we constructed. Smooth those out of the way. Put this right down in the middle. My pipe cleaner on the back. You love my ribbon choices. Thank you. That's one of the most fun things that I do, is playing with ribbon. Let's just leave that for there for right now so you can see there's my zip tie. I'm going to make that pretty later, but let's get it back right again. So this is going to go underneath the edges of my poinsettias that I added. Let's pull this ribbon out. The ribbon is sparkly like the poinsettia, so that's got it going for it. I can't like it. I can't like it. Oh goodness. Okay. I cannot like that bow in there. You think it's so pretty. You took it to the next level. I can't like it. Hello, my friend Little Luxuries. You think it would hang even, but listen, this is not supposed to hang. It's supposed to go on my table. So, let's just take a breath and see what else I can find, okay? My favorite, love this. Let's see, I'm looking on the table behind me, guys. Y'all can just see my table. It is a mess. Some green and this. and red. Okay, we're making another bow. Why didn't I like it? Because I think that ribbon, first off, this stuff is yuck. I don't like it. This ribbon, even though it's one of my favorite, is kind of flimsy. So let's just start over. All right, guys, bow number 2. Ready? Don't ever be afraid of just like ditching it and starting over, which is what I just did. Easy bow maker. That's what I use all the time. Let's get some of this ribbon out. This is for my home. Not going to put this on the Etsy, at least I don't think I am. Here we go. I love this plaid, truly. This is one of my most favorite ribbons ever. It came from Sam's. If I could find it in any of my usual places, I would totally buy it again, but I can't find it. If anybody sees this ribbon, let me know. All right, here we go. We're doing at it again. Where did I get my hat? Hobby Lobby. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Okay, friends, 6-inch tails, 6-inch loops, sorry, 8-inch tails, 6-inch loops. I think this time I'm going to put 4 on the bottom. Why didn't I like the last bow? Well, first, I did not like the ribbon that was on top. It was a gift wrap ribbon, and sometimes those ribbons are thick, and they're thick enough that even though they don't have wire in them, they make a pretty good bow. That was just awful. So that was reason number 1 that I didn't like it. Reason number 2 is it just wasn't big enough to fill up the space. Let's hope I know what I'm doing this time. Sometimes you just have to experiment, right, guys? You bought the blue ribbon of the glittery ribbon. I bet it was a beautiful blue. I bet you were so excited. I love this ribbon too. Okay, so let's spread this out just a little bit. Long tail, 6-inch loops. I'm looking around to see if I see anything else that I like. I see some white ribbon. We might use that in a minute. Let's add some green and red. This is green canvas ribbon. It is 1.5 inches. I believe I got it either from Sims or Craft Outlet. Here we go. Let's dovetail it since I've started on that trend. I'm going to make another 8-inch tail. And more 6-inch loops. Who out there is finished with their Christmas shopping? I'm at the point where I have ordered so many things and I've bought so many things that now I don't know what the heck are in the boxes. I don't know what's in the boxes. So I've got to do that this weekend while my children are not looking. Eight inches, just good. Let's move these just kind of out of the way. Next I'm going to come in with my red. This is a red canvas ribbon. It actually came from Sam's. 1.5 inches. Still working on decorating your house. You need to do some shopping. Me too. I'm not, well, listen, I realized earlier today that my fall garland is still over the kitchen sink. Same here. Every time a package comes, your husband asks me what's in it, and I don't remember. I don't remember either. Don't remember. Someone has 20 grands and they like money for Christmas for after sales. I love me some after Christmas sales. I'm making this loop a little bit shorter. It's actually going to be about 5 inches. So my tail was about 7 inches and the loop is about 5. I'm only going to do 1 on each side. There we go. I always move my loops to where I want them. Now we got a little bit of this left. So let's go back in here. Put a little bit more of the plaid on top. Just going to give me 1 loop, oops, and 2 tails. And I am looking around to see what else I can find. I was looking for a skinny to go on top. I don't think that'll work. But this plaid will. Super pretty, got some gold going on. Love it. I was looking for a skinny gold and I couldn't find the skinny gold. I don't know where it is. I'm a sucker for red and green plaid at Christmas, I have to admit. Where did I get my shirt? From Peach Marketplace. You can find the link in my bio, or my profile as some people call it. I love ordering their shirts. Okay, so here's bow number 2. More ribbon. Bigger loops. Let's use some bind wire. My zip tie. So I'm going to take my bind wire and go all the way up under, just like what I did with the pipe cleaner. If you don't have bind wire, just use a pipe cleaner. 8-inch zip tie. Pressing all that down. I'm going to pull my zip tie up. Get it halfway down. Just like this. Let's move that up just a teeny bit. Oh. Hold on. There we go. Much better. Sorry, it's so shaky. Good morning, Australia. Welcome to the Wreath Workshop. So here's what we have. So let's pop this out. Hopefully this is the last bow we're going to make for this arrangement. I'm going to make sure my bind wire is in the right place on the back. All right, where are you? There we go. You have to be gentle at this stage. You don't want to move it. Pull this back. Make sure it's in the middle, and I'm going to tighten it. tight as I can get it. Use the flat edge of my wire cutters to cut that off. Now, I am going for a vertical bow. So let's give it some fluff. I want it to stand up more than the other one did. Pulling it all around. Just like that. Now I'm going to place it in between my two pieces. This is a centerpiece for my dining room table. All right. So let's put it in the middle. Give the bind wire a twist. Flip it back over. Okay, this looks better. I like this better. It takes up more visual space. The other one just didn't do it for me. So we built the base for the centerpiece just by putting a bunch of sprays together. We just zip tied a whole bunch of sprays. To put them together. All right, so now, this is what we got. So much prettier. I love it. This is all right. Now, because we added these ribbons and they have a lot of gold in it, let's add some gold to this mixture. Big bucket of ornaments and some of these, just to give it a little something something. Now this is a very easy project because all we did was just layer up a bunch of sprays. We made a really simple vertical skinny bow to go in the middle. And now let's add a little bit more glim, a little bit more bling with some ornaments, just a few. So here's what I'm thinking with the ornaments. Look, this one's even bashed in on the side. Is just to kind of tuck them up under one side of the poinsettia. This is going to be on the table, so you're going to be looking at it. So adding something right here will fill in the visual space and just make it a little bit more interesting. So this is where it's going to go. I'm going to take my ornament and dip it in my hot glue skillet. Lots of glue. And then I'm going to kind of roll it in the greenery just to make sure it stays. It's just peeking out just a little bit. Spin it around this side. So I'm going to make it diagonal from each other. A little plastic ornament, dip it in the hot glue skillet. Ornaments are one of those things that I love to buy after Christmas because you can get a lot of them, usually. There's my hot glue. Like I said, I'm just gonna rub it in there. So it's kind of peeking out from up under the poinsettia. I have one of these. Let's pull this sucker apart. This came from Michael's, it was $2. You know I got it less than that, right? And I am going to just simply snip all of these off. And add them into the arrangement. I have 5 pieces. I might cut, I like to have even, so I might cut one of these in half. Someone is asking, where did I get the skillet? It's in my Amazon storefront. I purchased this from Amazon. I would love for you to go check it out. Okay. Let's just start adding these all around. What I do on one side, I'm going to do on the other, just to make sure it looks even. So let's put a piece up under here. Swing it around, put another piece over here. There. This is simply just sticking into the greenery that we made the base out of, and it's kind of melting in place. A little bit of glue. Now I have 2 little small pieces because, you know, I like to be even. Someone is saying their Hobby Lobby store is sold out of much. I have not been to mine recently. Been trying to stay out of the stores, you know what I'm saying? But I bet they're all getting low. Usually, I always think I'm going to be able to find lots of goodness after Christmas, and by the time after Christmas rolls around, there's nothing left. Let's spin it around this way. Tuck that little piece right in there. That is really cute. Now, I did have these pieces that I was going to use, but I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone. You can continue to add to this to make it as big and as elaborate as you want. I think this is going to look super cute on my dining room table. And remember, this is something that you guys can do. Ooh, has Valentine's out already? Yeah. Here we go. So this is the centerpiece that's going to go on my dining room table this Christmas. It almost coordinates. Kind of sort of coordinates with this. Not as much as I thought it was going to, but I love it. And it's going to be really pretty. I have some flameless candles to go around it. You can always go back and add more. So this is just a really simple arrangement that you can do. Let's talk about what we did one more time. So we made the base out of evergreen sprays. I layered in a piece of this white pine. I layered in 2 sprays from Walmart that have the cedar. We added our poinsettias, made our bow, a couple of ornaments, 1 on each side, and the gold sprays. Super cute. So I want to encourage you, go see what's in your stash. Make yourself something pretty for your dining room table or your kitchen counter this Christmas season. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Let me turn my hot glue skillet off. It's getting super hot. You can find all of the tools that I use every day to make wreaths in my Amazon storefront. Someone is asking, where did I get that bow tool and how do you use it? I'm so glad you asked. So this is an easy bow maker. It's one of the things in my Amazon storefront. You can find that link in my profile here on TikTok. There is a free wreath bow tutorial also in that link. It's an instant download. It's step by step. It shows you exactly how to make a bow. So go and check that out. There's also places where you can buy ribbon without a resale license and supplies without a resale license. So go see what you can find. All right, everyone, have a wonderful rest of the week. Thanks so much for hanging out with me as I struggle to make not one, but 2 bows for my arrangement for my table. I'll have to place it on there and then take pictures and show you what it looks like. All right, everyone, have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for hanging out and for following along.